In 2030 US, winning the lottery jackpot means getting chased by millions. This is the new government plan, the California Death Lottery. The whole country is losing its mind over being broke. So on lottery day, the government randomly picks one lucky winner who gets $3.6 billion and shoots straight to the top. If someone can kill the winner before sunset, they can legally claim the entire jackpot. The only rule is, no guns allowed. Winner Sam is running for his life, with hunters hot on his trail. Luckily, he's in good shape and knows some fighting skills, so he manages to slip into a small house to catch a break. Inside lives an old lady who seems harmless. Sam thinks he's safe and lets his guard down after smashes her phone, probably the only one still using a flip phone. But in the next moment, the old lady pulls out a special bomb gun just for lottery day and takes him out. Once she shreds the lottery ticket, the lottery team shows up, confirms the winner's dead, and then hands her a $22 million check, leaving her richer than the latest Hollywood couple making headlines for their breakup. So, who's the next lucky victim? With just 18 hours until the next lottery drawing, Katie Kim returns to LA to restart her acting career. She's holding an Oscar statue, a final gift from her mom. Katie was a child star, but as she grew up, her fame faded away. Across from her, a dad is on the phone, screaming at his little girl for messing up an easy cream ad audition. Katie is reminded of her own past and starts making goofy faces to cheer the girl up. Then she pretends to be a cop, jokingly scaring the clueless dad. After an old lady nearby praises her for being kind, Katie realizes her watch is missing as soon as the lady gets off the bus. Unlucky Katie arrives at her rented place, thinking she finally has a home, only to find the roof leaking, and gross liquid ruining her clothes. Turns out her roommate Shadi lied and covered up the house's issues. When Katie calls her, Shadi mocks her for being flat broke and wanting a good life. Classic mean girl vibes. With an audition coming up, Katie bites her tongue and borrows a flashy outfit from Shadi. That outfit is totally a head-turner, maybe even something that could have made headlines at the Met Gala. When she finally makes it to the audition, the staff slaps her with a $400 fee, piling on even more stress for her already tough situation. When the audition starts, she gets ready to pull out her prepared monologue notes. But in her panic, she accidentally grabs Shadi's lottery ticket and activates it with her fingerprint. After the system automatically captures her photo, she's instantly added to the player list. The director then kicks her out for not looking enough like Barbie. Just then, the lottery results are announced, and the lucky winner is Katie herself. In the death lottery, winning the jackpot means being hunted by millions. Once vulnerable beauties quickly switch to attack mode, wielding chairs and knives like Kill Bill meets Real Housewives. Luckily, Katie has some experience as a fight actress, so she dodges their beautiful assaults and makes a run for it, totally baffled by the chaos unfolding around her. But just as she escapes one danger, she runs smack into another. A swarm of Taekwondo black belts shouting, "My jackpot." It's like a bad game show gone wrong. Just when one man has her by the throat, Noel swoops in like a superhero from a cheesy blockbuster, knocking him out cold with a swift punch. He tells Katie she has 5 free protection chances, but after that, he takes 10% of her winnings. As Noel keeps throwing punches, they quickly burn through those 5 chances. With her life on the line, Katie reluctantly agrees to hire him. Fortunately, Noel is incredibly strong and easily fights off a crowd, carving a path to safety with just a belt. Drones update the winner's location every 14 minutes, and at first, Katie is skeptical of Noel. Why wouldn't he just kill her for the jackpot? It's not like there aren't enough plot twists in her life already. But soon, she realizes he genuinely wants to protect her. They flee together, desperate to survive until sunset. Katie wins a staggering $3.6 billion jackpot, but her life is in danger. Chefs wielding knives and workers swinging clubs flood the streets, all hell-bent on chasing her down. Even the old lady who stole her watches back, brandishing a special lottery gun. In a frantic moment of escape, Katie learns from Neil about the death lottery's ruthless rules. Growing up, her mom only let her watch cooking shows and rom-coms, keeping her away from the news like it was a horror movie. Suddenly, the roar of motorcycle engines fills the air, and someone hurls a Molotov cocktail at their car, igniting the roof in flames. But Neil stays cool, expertly drifting to shake off their pursuers, and creating a smoke screen that would make any action hero proud. Katie is desperate to exit this twisted game, but the only way out is to leave the city. When she insists on giving up the money, Neil surprisingly agrees to help her, raising red flags in her mind about his true intentions. Is he a hero or just another player in this chaotic lottery? Before they can think it through, a woman leaps into the back seat. In a panic, Noel hands the steering wheel to Katie. It's her first time driving without a license. This is not how she imagined her big break. Just when they think they've escaped, the car sputters and breaks down. As soon as the car stops, Katie bolts, throwing sand in Neil's face. and punching him, breaking his handsome nose. She convinces that no one would help her without wanting something in return. Just then, the police arrive. Katie wins a staggering $3.6 billion jackpot, and now even the police are gunning for her cash. Luckily, her bodyguard Neil steps in just in time. While he catches a taser barehanded, Katie bolts into the streets, running wildly as drones buzz overhead, updating her location. The crowd erupts into chaos, but just when she thinks she's out of options, the Wax Museum ticket clerk kindly lets her hide inside. It turns out he's a staunch opponent of the death lottery. Inside, Katie even gets a glimpse of some Kardashian charm. Just then, her roommate Shadi calls, and the unmistakable Kardashian voice leaks out, revealing Katie's position. Shadi and her boyfriend DJ kick the ticket clerk aside and storm in. In a dangerous moment, Katie shows off her impressive stick-fighting skills. Who knew all those action movie marathons would pay off? But Shadi kicks her away. In a flash of inspiration, Katie grabs some Kardashian wax figures, swinging them down on Shadi and DJ. Seizing the opportunity, Katie grabs a wax head, smacking it down twice against them. But just when it seems like she's got the upper hand, Shadi hits her with a fake axe. Thankfully, it's not real. Katie quickly presses a button to trap Shadi and DJ inside, but a tour guide gives away her hiding spot. Just as the hunters close in, Neil arrives in a police car to save the day. Though Katie is skeptical of Neil, the urgency of their situation forces her to escape with him. As they speed away, a sudden memory strikes her. Machine Gun Kelly has a safe house. With adrenaline surging, they rush to his place, but just as they arrive, a bus full of relentless hunters barrels down the street, hot on their heels. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Katie brandishes a nail gun, threatening Kelly to open the door. Once inside, they knock Kelly out for good measure. Watching the monitor filled with frantic hunters makes Katie anxious, and she keeps the nail gun ready, staying alert for any sign of Neil. Trying to ease the tension, Neil takes a seat, but just then, Katie's Oscar statue falls out of her pocket, prompting Neil to ask about it, which opens up the conversation. Katie shares that her dream of acting stems from her mom's love for movies and celebrities. Her mom knew all about Hollywood's dark side, gave her the statue to remind her that she would always be proud of her, no matter what. Katie used to be a child star and made a lot of money, but her dad took it all away. Curious, Katie asks Neil why he's still helping her after she wants out of the game. He explains his two main goals, saving lives and making money to save more lives. And his idol is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Outside, Shadi tosses Kelly into the pool and finally gets the safe house code. Watch out, your phone's about to blow. With hunters ready to storm in, Neil has to shell out cash to the fruit company, triggering everyone's phones to detonate, giving him and Katie a split second to escape. Just then, Neil's rival Lewis sends people over, wanting to escort Katie to safety for a hefty commission, but Katie insists on taking Neil with her. Lewis, the head boss of a security company, claims his building is the safest in the country and only charges 30% of the jackpot for their services. With 4 hours until sunset, Katie feels reassured after touring the company, and signs a contract with Lewis without a second thought. As they bandage their wounds, Neil's instincts kick in. The gear used for Katie's disguise is way too pricey, and the overhead costs scream scam for just 30% of the winnings. Neil's gut tells him something's off. That slippery weasel Lewis is plotting to take Katie out and claim the jackpot for himself. This gadget is super high-tech. It can swap faces in a heartbeat. Katie transforms into an old man, but when Lewis insists on whisking her off to an underground bunker, he leaves Neil behind. Katie senses something's off and kicks Lewis where it hurts. Seizing the moment, Neil yanks open the garage door, and a crowd with weapons storms in, completely unaware of the disguised Katie. Neil stays back to hold off Lewis and his crew, while Katie jumps into an AI self-driving car. She races to downtown and changes the route to head out of the city. Just then, Lewis calls her, threatening to turn Neil into Swiss cheese with a nail gun if she doesn't return. Kind-hearted Katie decides to turn back and save Neil. At an old theater where they agreed to meet, Lewis reveals his true colors. He starts spilling the truth about their past. Turns out, Neil fought alongside Lewis back in the day. Little did he know, Lewis betrayed all his teammates, sending them straight to heaven for his own gain. He even thinks being a mercenary and killing civilians is an easy way to make money. Just as Neil gears up to confront him, Katie bursts onto the theater stage, pressing the lottery gun to her temple, threatening Lewis that she'll take matters into her own hands. No one gets the money that way. Lewis doesn't believe her at all. Lewis scoffs at her threat, but Katie keeps pressing, insisting he'll take her out no matter what. She pulls out her phone, showing a live stream on her social media, claiming that this way, he can't wipe her fingerprints and say it was him. Then she rants about all the injustices and hardships in her life, which scares Lewis into agreeing to release Neil. Just as he steps closer to grab her phone, Katie kicks him off the stage. It's her best performance yet. Winning the jackpot means 1 million people are now gunning for you. The rest of the city hasn't given up, and once they catch wind of Katie's location, they all rush over. Just then, Lewis sneakily yanks Katie down, trying to take her out. At the same time, the hunters burst in, and Neil, carrying a chair, hums the Ninja Turtles theme as he takes down everyone, freeing all his restraints. With 4 minutes left, a massive crowd floods the theater. Neil is still grappling with Lewis, leaving Katie to climb up the spaceship, using her height to hold on. But Lewis's men arrive just in time, forming a human ladder for him to climb up. Fortunately, Katie had hidden one of Lewis's mini bombs earlier. In the final 60 seconds, she uses her Oscar statue to detonate the bomb, blowing Lewis to pieces. Katie falls from the high platform but is luckily caught by the crowd, who see her as a hero and are staunch opponents of the death lottery. The countdown finally ends, and Katie excitedly looks at Neil, thrilled that they all made it. A TV host rushes in to present Katie with the $3.6 billion prize. 6 months later, Katie and Neil launch a free protection agency to help all winners until sunset. They even open a combat school and a dedicated children's welfare center. Plus, Katie sets up a Ninja Turtles-themed pizza place for Neil, but they get sued by the movie company for copyright infringement. Still, they manage to turn their cash flow into something meaningful. Katie even buys Neil a luxury cruise ship. After all, she's got the resources now. If you won the lottery, what would you do first? Health is the priority, of course. Nobody wants to go on the run after hitting the jackpot. That's the wrap. This film is titled Jackpot. It's an exhilarating ride, so don't miss the original. Thanks for all the likes and subscriptions. See you next time. Bye.